Chair. And I have the great opportunity to serve as your MC for the rest, but I just want to comment on what the governor just said. We appreciate everyone's support in moving this project forward, but when I talked to the governor last year about joining his team as secretary, he said, Rich, get the green line going. Get it done. The reason why we're here today is because of his leadership. Governor, thank you. But this, as the governor said, is a regional project. This is not just about Somerville, and it has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get us to this point. I see Fred Salvucci in the back. Fred, I said a number of times, I spend many of my days, there's an old sheet of paper you left behind back in 1989 that I'm still checking off. And this was one of those projects. But one of the biggest voices of all to move the Green Line extension forward is the former mayor and the current congressman, my congressman, Mike Capuano. Mike.
To the Suttons on Dartmouth Street, welcome to the neighborhood. I bought my house because of the Green Line extension as well in 1980. And I've been waiting and waiting. And finally, people of Massachusetts were wise enough to elect a governor who understands commitments, understands transportation, understands equity. And the Green Line extension is finally on the table. Now this is just the beginning. And for those of us who have been waiting and pushing as long as we have, first of all, I do want to recognize Fred Salvucci as well. He was a man with more vision than anybody I've ever met in transportation. We're here today because of what he started. Let's also be very clear. No matter what kind of a commitment we get from the governor, we all know that his term expires soon enough. We need to get as much of this project done and committed in an irrevocable way before he leaves office. And I know we're going to be able to do that. Right, Gov? And that will leave it to the rest of us, for the next administration to fulfill their commitments, for the next administration to expand beyond those commitments to take the Green Line not just to Union Square, not just to Washington Street, not just to Tufts, but all the way to Route 16. And we have to make sure that comes along with a community path, not just one that stops at Washington Street, but goes all the way to Boston so that we can get biker commuters and pedestrian commuters into a safe environment and a flexible environment that allows them the same equity that everybody else is getting. Amen. And for those naysayers, the governor's right. They can just get out of the way. It's not the first project they've said it about. They said it about the Red Line extension, the only subway stop we have in Somerville at the moment. They said it about the Red Line extension on the South Coast, the Orange Line extension, and on and on and on. All of those things have been built since the first promise of the Green Line extension. It's our turn. And for those of you who believe in equity, Somerville has been and continues to be, has been historically and continues to be, the fourth highest assessment in the MBTA system. The fourth highest assessment after Boston, Newton, and Cambridge. And yet has only one subway stop and no commuter rail stops. Yet we also have one of the highest percentage of people who use the MBTA of any city in the system. This is a matter of equity. It's been a long time coming, and I want to thank the governor and Rich David for fulfilling that commitment, and I look forward to working with them to make sure that the next administration, and if necessary, the one after that, fulfills that commitment the way it should have been done years ago. Thank you.